but it's creating just a culture within that small business of being open and transparent. And I think having frequent catch-ups, being open with managers, just to be able to discuss how you're feeling is so key. And that translates obviously to bigger businesses like Treats. That cultural piece is so key for us to have an engaged and happy workforce. Now the additional things that we can put in place where we'll fund different initiatives or get guest speakers in, fantastic initiatives, but appreciate, for smaller businesses that's more difficult. So I think personally, I would say it's just creating that open culture where they feel like they can have a voice, they can raise concerns, and they don't get discriminated by those views.
I absolutely agree. I think the key is that open, honest, meaningful, transparent conversations, and creating the environment that the employee feels safe enough to do that is a starting point. And I think the smaller organisations, it becomes even more acute because the owners or the business directors feel a direct responsibility to their staff because they know them on a personal level as well. And to be able to equip all to have those types of conversations is really important. I think the second piece is around that whole signposting stuff, as you say, with Mind. There is so much fantastic work that's done out in the wellbeing place, and it's just just a way of trying to connect those dots together. A lot of the support that you can get is free. It's just enabling or understanding how to reach out and connect that. And as I say to my to people we speak to, everybody's road to a resolution is different, and people take different times to do that. So it's about that supporting that individual to take their road that they want to take and be able to check in and make sure that it's right. So really, calling on big businesses within Suffolk to share best practice and signpost people to things that they've put in place and be able to allow SME employees to make use of that is really important. That whole wellbeing community piece to allow business owners of SMEs to draw in and take that advice is really important. And likes of Treat, taking that best practice and saying, what is it that we can do in the context of my organisation or their organisation is really, really important, because there's lots of things that are quite easy to do. Absolutely. Which actually can have an immediate impact. And sometimes just knowing that there is something there if you need it is really important as well. And I think that for me is the key thing. And it's really important that every employee contributes to the community and to the economy. So we should be looking at them as employees, not employees of small organisations and large organisations. And I think the more we can open dialogue, not just within small organisations, but collectively across the county, will just help in everybody understanding how to address wellbeing. And I think that's for me is the key thing, because it doesn't sometimes, the cost of not doing something is far greater than the cost of doing something. And sometimes it's all about, in some ways, just time, allowing the individual time to do what they need to do.
There's so many things out there with a budget. I don't think necessarily you need to spend a lot of money to have a great workplace wellbeing culture. I think it's just all around how your leadership team behaves, how your culture is, and just making sure employees are engaged and happy. And I think there's so many ways that you can do that, but it just varies depending on the size of your organisation, the industry that you're in, and that's where one size fits all, that just doesn't work with workplace wellbeing. I think it's all about being creative, understanding your employees, understanding what their needs are, and then tackling it that way.
Yeah, and for me, I don't think budget is one of the key enablers. I think it allows things to happen. For me, it's to allow every organisation to have the environment where people feel safe to say what they're feeling at a very early stage. And I think that for me is the key thing. It's if I have a problem, as soon as I have it and I can tell somebody about it, it becomes less of a problem once it's problem sort of shared is a problem halved, isn't it? As the expression goes. to be able to catch those interventions early. What normally happens is that people bottle them up and they try and mask them till it becomes a critical issue, and then they have the problem. So for me, it would be about creating a series of really exemplar behaviours in every single organisation that actually allows individuals to have to be themselves and have a really open, honest conversation at an early stage. The budget can support that by doing things like you do at team events and promoting and signposting. But for me, it's all about that. I feel confident and safe to tell somebody how I'm feeling as soon as I feel I've got a problem.